Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly make money while you're stuck spinning your wheels? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not about working harder anymore. It's about working smarter with the tools that 99% of people are completely ignoring. I'm Andrew Meatrich, and let me be brutally honest with you. 3 years ago, I was drowning in debt, checking my bank balance with one eye closed, terrified of what I'd see. I made every financial mistake you can imagine. Impulse buying, no budget, no plan. But I discovered something that completely changed my relationship with money. And it wasn't another budgeting app or get-rich-quick scheme. It was artificial intelligence. And before you roll your eyes and think this is some tech bro nonsense, hear me out. I've spent the last few years mastering AI tools, and I've watched them transform not just my business, but my entire financial life. Now, I help thousands of people use these same strategies to take control of their money. Today, I'm going to show you 7 specific AI strategies that will put you ahead of virtually everyone around you. Even if you've never used ChatGPT before, even if technology intimidates you, these methods are so simple that you'll wonder why everyone isn't doing them. And if you're thinking this doesn't apply to your money situation, stick around anyway. The next video could be the one that changes everything for you, so hit that like button and subscribe. Let me tell you about Sarah, one of my coaching clients. She came to me completely overwhelmed, working 2 jobs, but somehow always broke by the end of the month. She'd tried every budgeting method, downloaded every finance app, but nothing stuck. Andrew, she said, I feel like I'm speaking a different language when I try to manage my money. I don't understand why I keep failing. That's when I realized something crucial. Sarah wasn't failing because she lacked willpower or intelligence. She was failing because she was trying to use generic advice that wasn't designed for her specific situation, her brain, her life. So I taught her the first AI strategy I'm going to share with you today. Within 30 minutes, she had created what I call a financial master prompt, basically a document that taught AI everything about her money situation, her goals, her fears, and her habits. The result? For the first time in her adult life, she had a budget that actually made sense to her. Not some cookie-cutter spreadsheet, but a personalized financial plan that spoke her language and accounted for her real-world challenges. 6 months later, she'd paid off $4,000 in credit card debt and saved her first emergency fund. The same woman who couldn't stick to a budget for more than a week. And here's where most people get this completely wrong. They think AI is just for tech people or entrepreneurs, but that's the biggest money mistake you can make right now. Here's what I discovered. The people getting ahead financially aren't necessarily smarter or more disciplined. They're just using better tools. And right now, ChatGPT is like having a financial advisor, budgeting coach, and research assistant all rolled into one for $20 a month. Let me reframe this for you. You probably spend more than that on coffee, streaming services you barely watch, or impulse purchases at the checkout line. But this one investment can literally transform how you think about and manage money. The first strategy is creating what I call your money master prompt. This is like introducing yourself to a financial advisor, but instead of paying $200 an hour, you're teaching AI everything about your financial situation once, and it remembers forever. Here's exactly how to do it. Open ChatGPT and say, I want to take control of my finances. I make this much money. I have these debts. These are my goals, and these are my biggest money challenges. Create a master prompt for my financial situation. Ask me all the questions you need to give me the most personalized money advice possible. Then spend 20 to 30 minutes answering its questions honestly. Save that response as a PDF. Now, every time you chat with AI about money, upload that document first. Suddenly, every piece of financial advice becomes tailored specifically to you. But knowing your financial situation is only half the battle. The real game changer is teaching AI how you want it to help you. Most people get frustrated with AI because they ask vague questions and get generic answers. They say, help me budget, and wonder why the response feels like it came from a finance textbook written by robots. This is where strategy 2 comes in, creating your financial system prompt. Think of this like training a personal assistant to understand exactly how your brain works with money. Here's what I mean. Maybe you're someone who gets overwhelmed by complex spreadsheets, so you need everything broken into simple steps. Maybe you're motivated by seeing progress visually, so you want charts and graphs. Maybe you respond better to tough love than gentle encouragement. Here's the process. Start by asking AI to help you with any money task, creating a budget, analyzing your spending, planning for a big purchase, whatever. But don't accept the first response. Keep refining it. Say things like, you make this simpler, or add more specific action steps, or show me this information differently. Keep going back and forth until the response feels perfect for how your brain works. Then, and this is crucial, ask AI to write the system prompt that would have generated that perfect response from the beginning. Now you have a reusable template that ensures every financial conversation with AI matches exactly how you process information. But here's where it gets really powerful, and this is what separates you from everyone else still struggling with their money. Strategy 3 is creating financial projects in ChatGPT. Imagine having a dedicated room in your house for every major money decision: buying a car, planning a vacation, choosing insurance, comparing job offers. Every document, every piece of research, every consideration is right there when you need it. That's what ChatGPT projects do for your financial life. Instead of having scattered conversations that reset every time, you create ongoing workspaces for your biggest money decisions. Let me give you a real example. Last year, I was deciding between renting and buying a home. I created a project called Housing Decision, uploaded my master prompt so AI knew my full financial picture, then added every piece of information I could find: rent prices, mortgage rates, down payment requirements, neighborhood data. Over several weeks, I could ask questions like, based on my income and savings rate, what's the real cost difference between renting and buying over 5 years? Or, what questions should I ask the landlord that most renters forget about? Every conversation built on the previous ones. By the end, I had what felt like a PhD level analysis of my situation, customized entirely for my specific circumstances. The result? I made a confident financial decision without that nagging fear that I was missing something important. No more lying awake at night wondering if I chose wrong. Look, I've just given you 3 strategies that most people will never discover, let alone use. But here's the reality check. Information without action is just expensive entertainment. The people who transform their financial lives aren't the ones who know the most strategies. They're the ones who pick one thing and actually do it consistently. They're the ones who stop making excuses about why they can't learn new tools and start making progress instead. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start using AI for your money. Don't convince yourself you need to understand everything about technology first. Start with strategy 1. Create your money master prompt this week. Spend 30 minutes having that conversation with ChatGPT, because here's what I've learned after helping thousands of people. Small shifts in how you approach money create massive changes in your bank account. And right now, while everyone else is still budgeting like it's 1999, you can be ahead of the curve. The tools are available, the strategies work. The only question left is whether you're going to use them. Next week, I'm diving deep into the psychology of money decisions and why your brain is literally wired to keep you broke. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. You won't want to miss that one.